Hello and welcome to episode number 43 of Community Cast with me, your host, Clan Mythology's Jesse Voctor Rain. That's right, it's me, the vocal terrorist. If you didn't know that by now, you probably should have watched at least one of the previous 42 videos. Nonetheless, we're back today with a first team game. You see, first up, the new member of Team Awesome Gaming. It's the Pink Zerg. It's Fluttershy. And he's up against Marine King. No, he's not. It's another member of Team Awesome Gaming. It's Lance. So, I will be linking to Awesome Gaming in the description. However, as far as I'm aware, that their website is currently down due to a DDoS. Although, by the time this video goes live, hopefully they have recovered and everything is all well and good. So it's going to be a ZVT between these two teams. By the way, if you haven't checked out Awesome Gaming, do it. They're a fantastic team. They're doing a lot of great work. And now they have their own academy for, I believe, diamond players and upwards. So if you're looking to get into the pro scene, what a great way to do it. Go through their academy. Sign up for it and see if you are good enough. But if you're not in diamond, don't be looking at pro teams. Just, yeah. I don't see a need for it. For me, amateur players can get to diamond fine. I mean, I'm in plat and I'm at the top of plat, and I barely play this game. So, if you're struggling to get to diamond, perhaps buy some coaching, perhaps get a friend who's in masters or diamond to give you some help. But apart from that, if you're already at that level and you're looking to take yourself a step further, don't see much of a better way than the Awesome Gaming Academy. So, I nearly keep calling him MKP. So Lance here, he's experiencing a delay because he is in Korea. He's one of the Korean members of the Team Awesome Gaming. And so we'll be having a 2 to 3 second delay. So if it looks like he's slow to respond, it's not because he's bad, because he is not bad. He is awesome. It's just because of that Korea to Europe lag. So he's going for the 1-Rax gasless fast expand, building it on that low ground, not scared at all of this spawning pool. Not even a little bit. Fluttershy, meanwhile, pull before hatch means they both finish at exactly the same time. Now I'm going to have some drink. Because this is the 4th replay I've casted today, because I had to do one of them twice. And I've still got 3 more to go for my own channel's version of this, called Mythcasts, in which I will be focusing exclusively on replays sent to me by the players of my StarCraft 2 team, Clan Mythology. And these players are having fun. This is the great thing about watching teammates play against one another. It's just all the hilarious conversations that goes on as they continue their ridiculous jokes. And the Warhound was so OP. Like, if you did not play in the beta, it was so OP. Imagine if Marauders were also siege tanks and fast and could shoot up and killed everything ever. I'm just gonna, if I start calling this guy MKP, it's because I'm just so used to reading a name and saying it out loud. So Lance here is throwing down the 3rd command center and a factory at the same time, and I imagine we'll be seeing Fluttershy also going for that 3rd base very, very shortly. In fact, here comes the drone now. Lovely timing, because with only 1 gas and no tech, you are going for an economic opening. Abso 100% lootly. Interestingly, no speed on the way right now. He's waiting, building up that 100 gas slowly with only the 1 extractor taken, and taken very, very late. So it's going to be a late speed, but of course an earlier 3rd base. Not the usual ZVP opening 3rd base where it's down by like 6 minutes, 6 minutes 30 and finished, but still going to be fairly quick. And with this 3rd going up for Lance, that's a safe bet to take. Bunker going down in a very well defended position because the any speedlings will not be able to get a full surround on it. And this is going to be a waiting game. Widow Mine's coming out of the reacted factory. We've got a starport going down. We've got the stim coming down. But both players going very, very defensive and economic in their openings. Good creep spread here by Fluttershy. That's a problem we had with Creeper in the last game. Not a problem we're going to be having here. Could do with a creep teamer here though, just to connect up that last little bit. But already spreading creep down towards the third base and across the map. So going to be seeing any army coming at him very, very quickly, which is especially important when you're up against the Terran with Widow Mines. Of course, with these medevacs, you do have the potential for Widow Mine drops in the back of the base, as well as Hellbats. We've seen some fantastic Hellbat usage in the past between players. So, we'll have to wait and see. In fact, WCS EU qualifiers was incredible for that. So much Mech Terran versus Zerg with sickening Hellbat drops. Oh my god, if you've not seen the replay of Beastie QT yet, check it out. I'll be linking on the Twitter to the VOD when I see it. It's my favourite game for the whole lot, and I got to solo cast it because Tetcher dropped out of the call at the worst possible moment, and also of the game. Fluttershy, meanwhile, taking a fourth base super macro. That is the plan. He's even only got 2 in this gas because he ain't after that gas. Oh no. He's after that macro. He wants their minerals, and then comes the explosion of tech and workers all at once. Speedling is going to start to take map control. Not going to do a great deal with Widow Mines out, although if they're not borrowed, they're also not useful, so could be a little bit of a problem here if these Widow Mines aren't borrowed. When Fluttershy comes up, 2 up, he runs straight past them, and now he's like, oh crap, I get to kill 2 Widow Mines for free. Yes please. They just need to start to borrow, but Lance is not looking. And now in comes Fluttershy, but there is a borrowed one there! And half of the links disappear all at once! This is going to borrow if it gets off a shot! No! Oh, that was close! Widow Mines are so good, but as said, you need to borrow them first. So, now there's a Baneling follow-up here for Fluttershy, which is kind of worrying. With Widow Mines about, Banelings, if targeted properly, are not very effective. Although, you always have that option. Widow Mines are not siege tanks. See a lot of players using them like siege tanks, but they're not. They do not have the same kind of firing rate. So you need a lot more of them than siege tanks if you want to really deal with Baneling effects. But of course, you can get them. We had an attempted drop up the back here. As you can see, it killed nothing. Because Fluttershy, he was ready for it. My boy's got this one. Backing you all the way, Flutter. Take this Korean imposter down. And at all times we must of course remember that there is a 2 to 3 second delay that Lance is experiencing, which can be a problem when your Widow Mines are being attacked. It takes you 3 seconds to begin to borrow them. I feel like I should point out, I don't want anyone thinking that Lance is a bad player, because he really isn't. He's so good. But this delay is the kind of thing that can really affect you. But here comes Fluttershy with a really big bust setting up here. We've got +2/+2 on the way, as well as the Baneling speed and Muters coming out. So that could be a really good hit, but 3 turrets at the back here is going to be a nice defense against Muters. Really what you want to do with them is just forget about the workers, fly them into the main, start taking down things like tech labs and reactors. Obviously, if you can hit the third, that's great. There's no missile turrets here. There's just 3 Widow Mines, 1 unborrowed. And with these Banelings, he could do a great deal of damage. It's going to be very hard to hit into this position with this many Marines and Widow Mines about. So, Fluttershy right now just moving around on the map. Doesn't want to commit to an attack. Sending out the first 2 Muters. There's a bunker down here, but it's not filled. And that could be a problem. But missile turrets going down mean those 2 Muters will not be harassing them. Oh my god, if they found this medevac though. It's got 2 Widow Mines, a Marauder and 2 Marines in it. Okay, no, the medevac does see it start to drop. Oh, he's going to get this Widow Mine. Oh, he does not attack it in time though, and that's a real problem for Fluttershy. Now he's got to force out the attack. He's got Overseers. Get in and get on with it, man. Forcing out another attack here and one here. So there it goes. I don't know if a Baneling hit was the right thing to do that. And this is going to finish. Oh, so close. Oh my god, finish killing it, Flutter, please. Flutter is doing his absolute best to terrify me completely here. Okay, we've got Widowmines here. We've got Flutter going for a full attack. And again, half of his speedlings disappear. Lead with one, boy. Lead with one. Do not lose half of your speedlings to one Widowmine hit. When that kind of thing happens, the Terran just sits there and rubs his hands with glee. Because he is happy, happy, happy. And you are dead, dead, dead. So now Fluttershy with a supply difference that is very much not in his favour. Also with a massive, massive supply block. Having out 10 Overlords at once, but he does not have a great deal of army. And it's especially not one that can deal with Widowmines that effectively. He's going to have to be very careful in his control. With no Widowmines to support though, this army should get going. Because with this many Banelings, he's going to kill everything here. And the Widowmines are a long way back to save them. And losing this chunk of Marines is really, really bad. A lot of changelings being sent out now. I've got a feeling Lance might know that these are changelings. But a good drop in the back here. These Widowmines not borrowed though. Means they do not get the kind of damage they want. Only one worker killed from that. And with the muters out, well, eventually this medevac should fall. All he has to do is follow it. I don't know if it's going to get away quick enough. No, it needs another boost. 3, 2, 1. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. Oh, one more hit. Yes! That muter exploded there. But well worth it. And let's just take stock of everything that's going on. Because again, it's been a very, very economic matchup. It's been, everyone kind of sits back, poking and prodding, but nothing much being done. Fluttershy, however, has the map. He's got almost half of the available bases now. Only this one or this one required to take another one. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he took this one rather than this. Because of the drop potential coming into the back of the main, it could then drop when he tries to respond and hit this base. So I wouldn't even mind seeing him try and take this one. But it's a way away yet. He's still got this one up with no workers at it. Because he just doesn't need them. We've got a vast force of Ultras out. We've got more and more orbital commands coming out for Lance, allowing him to really get that macro up. This I'm expecting to become a planetary, just to help defend the centre of the map. He's got more than enough orbitals at this point. And he's managing to clear up quite a large chunk of the creep. Widowmine, Widowmine, Widowmine. Oh, nice. Using the Overlords to take the hit. That's the way to do it. Bam, another one, which means you can go in and hit. This is perfect use of those Overlords. And now a huge attack from Fluttershy. Speedlings and Banelings doling out the damage. Ultras coming in to mop up the scrubs after it. This command center's got to get out of there because it is not surviving. All of these Marines going down. We need some Overseers though to clear up these Widowmines. All the Overseers leading means they got taken out. But the Ultra's going to start to take some damage here. Widowmines are not enough to deal with Ultras. So this base has to get going. Again, no Overseers means these Widowmines are going to get their hits off. But this command center needs to be cancelled. This needs to be lifted. In fact, it's going to be a little bit late. It's already on fire. Same with this one. Oh, will it burn down? Yes. Unfortunate. This one won't, though. But that's a really good attack by Fluttershy. And now he's going to keep going in with this. Just get some Overseers so you can kill Widowmines, man. Get something that can shoot up so that you can kill medevacs. You know? But it was a really, really good attack by Fluttershy. He's got great, great economy here with 72 drones. It's perfect. And forcing this base to delay, killing off a few more command centers is a really, really good idea. But now he needs to remake his army. We've got some more Infestors coming out to help him deal with this. Some good Fungals coming out potentially in the future. He doesn't have the kind of Overlords that he can just sack anymore because, once again, he's past... He's down underneath max supply and he's going to need some more Overlords to come out soon. And right now he's not even making them. He's got the lava, so please make Overlords, Fluttershy. We want you to be at max supply. We want you to crush your dirty Terran opponent. Ultra's taking 3 hits from that spell. Small group of Marines and Marauders here, trying to clear up the damage. Great Fungals, though, on this army by Fluttershy. But Lance is going to push out here. And this force, along with a dropped force as well, doing a fair amount of damage here, forces Fluttershy all the way home. It's going to clear that up, but it allows this army to clear up creep and this army to drop back into the main and take down the spawning pool. So no more speedlings for a little while. That spawning pool has to be remade. And now this army is getting a long way in. Another good fungal, and this is good positioning. Oh, lovely moves there by the Infestors. This is wearing out so much energy on those medevacs, forcing another stim out of him. This base, it looks like, will fall, but this army is going to take a lot of damage. The Infestors, though, need to be very careful. Right now, they're almost at the front. The Ultras tanking damage for them, and now more and more Ultras coming in. Good fungals, but a nice split from Lance means really he comes off better in that engagement. He got the base kill he was after, and he still has all of these medevacs alive right now. Unfortunately, Corruptors. No more kills done. Good medevac boost. Gets the rest of them away so long as he continues till he's over this army. Careful with those Corruptors. Do not walk them into Widow Mines. And another small force hitting this bottom right hand base. Great moves again by Lance. So that's 2 bases he's taken down now. And now, well, a little bit of problems for Fluttershy. Another drop in this main will kill this queen, absolutely. And it's going to take Fluttershy a long time to be able to respond. Luckily, Ultra's popping out of that base, forces a lift. But there's 50 minerals left there. There's not many minerals left here. We've still got a fairly full base here because he was mining evenly from this fourth as well. But another army coming in for Lance, and right now he can afford to throw this away. He's got a lot of production going on. He's got a lot of income. He's got 5 starports going down. He's taken this base. He's got orbitals all over the map. Look at this. We've got Widow Mines to help defend. A huge force of Widow Mines. I mean, Fluttershy's still got the really good creep spread, which is going to help him. It's going to let him continue to get this vision and continue to hold on to the defense, but eventually he's going to have to go into this. Oops, apologies. He's going to have to go into this and do something. Great Aspire on the way to allow for Broodlord transitions, but with 5 starports out, how good is that going to be? We've already got 5 Vikings on the way. Do not transition into Broodlords, Fluttershy. That will end only in death. Remember the opening cutscene of the game. That's what you need to do. Remember that opening cutscene. Vikings versus Ultras doesn't end well for Vikings. But again, Fluttershy is expanding. Widow Mines are getting free shots off on Overlords. And once again, Fluttershy's supply blocks, because he's been very bad about those his Overlord building throughout this game. But a huge push in. Decent fungals. The Ultras tanking once again a lot of the damage. The Corruptors killing all of the medevacs here. Is this enough for Fluttershy to push through? The supply counts are very even at this point. This Planetary Fortress goes down. Fungals the workers so they die very quickly as well. Good moves by Fluttershy, but he's fallen in supply again. He needs to remake, and he's remaking with Speedlings. Could be effective, but of course you do have to worry about the Widow Mines that are still around, say up here. And the Ultras are going to start to find them, mostly by walking into them. Another drop in the back of this main base. The Corruptors will clear up the medevac, and then the Speedlings will finish off the Marines now that they cannot escape. Good response there by Fluttershy. Another drop, trying to come down into the second base. Queen's here to try and take down the medevac. They need to focus on the medevac while the Speedlings deal with the Marines themselves. As it is, though, no response time from Lance, possibly due to delay, possibly because he's being pressured at other places. Means he loses that entire drop. This is a fantastic game from these two players. You can see there's a lot about them that makes them evenly matched. And Fluttershy, apologies for not mentioning it, did lose this base out of the bottom right hand corner. And it's something he is once again going to have to remake. He has the money to do it. Fluttershy, you have the money to do it. Right now he's concerned with this army up here. But he needs to be remaking it. He needs to continue on. And oh my word, look at those Banelings. There's a few Widow Mines, but they're all off to the side, and the Banelings are just going to come in and start smashing through this Bio army. This is a great engagement for Fluttershy. He takes down a huge chunk of that Bio, but again the supply counts are still very even. And Fluttershy's starting to run out of money. He's running out of bank. He can't keep engaging inefficiently here. Medevac's going to start to fall. Ultra's fighting SCVs. Does not end well for the SCVs. Widow Mine's trying to come in and do some damage, but the Ultra chasing them off. Even getting a kill on one. But this is still a problem for Fluttershy. He's starting to rebuild that bank, but Really does want to take this base again soon. Luckily for him, he does have this 4th base now that he can take, and this still has a fair chunk of minerals on it, but he doesn't want to keep losing bases to the harassment of Lance, especially since Lance also has essentially the same number of bases as him. In fact, 1 ahead. So, Fluttershy's going to have to be careful. He engages inefficiently, he loses a lot of units, which is the kind of way Zergs tend to play and are made to play, but you need to be able to keep these bases up. You can't keep losing them to the harassment of your opponent, and this medevac needs to speed boost out of there. Queens are on to you, brother. Where's the Corruptors? The Corruptors are there. It does speed boost. It's going to get away until the Corruptors come to meet it, and then once again, this drop in the main base is being so annoying. This hive should... no. Good stim timing. Bam. See you later. So now the hive has fallen, which means you need to remake first your lair, then your hive again if you need to replace any of the tech, which means snipes now in the main base of things like the Ultralisk Cavern will be perfect for Lance. Fluttershy is on 138 supply. He's trying to expand up to here, but this base is gone, not even a cancel on it. Whereas Lance is now cleaning out this creep down here so that he can expand to this base. Would not surprise me to see him do the same up here and really start to push away at it. Once again, tech buildings trying to be sniped here, but there are too many units near this base, and good transfuses going down from Fluttershy to keep those queens alive. Nonetheless, Fluttershy, after a really good early start to this game, at the 30-minute mark, he's behind and he's being pressured. He needs some very good engagements, like this one. Great fungals mean these units cannot escape from the Ultras, and all of them will go down. Infested Terrans being dropped underneath the fungal Vikings to start to take them down, and with the Corruptors as well, they will disappear. But Fluttershy, you're going to need to take bases, and you're going to need to start winning fights convincingly. It's not enough to just wipe out a chunk of your opponent's army. You have to start destroying bases, start pushing into his production facilities and wearing those down. Only 3 Ultras here to tank the damage, which means they will die, and then it's nothing but infestors with Broodlords behind them. That's a nice fungal, but now they need to get out of there because of the Marines stim and run forward underneath them. Good catch with that fungal, though. Stopping the Marines from getting fully in range. This is so close. A lot of infested Terrans going down. Can Fluttershy push through here? His supply count is lower than Lance. So we've got a double drop in the main, trying to snipe down this Greater Spire and the Ultralisk Cavern. Oh, even the Infestation Pit. All of this is going to go down. Fluttershy has nothing near it, which means... well, I don't know how far he can come back into this. This is only being remade into a lair so far. He doesn't even have the hive tech. He can't remake anything. All of this is gone. All he's going to be able to make is Speedlings, and Speedlings does not do well against these entrenched Widow Mines. Fluttershy has to do something, and something huge with this army, but all of his Broodlords are going down. A large Viking force here that will no longer be effective because all the Broodlords are gone, but the Ravens will certainly help, and now this army is moving down here into the evolution chambers, into the next hatcheries. This is so close, but Fluttershy with 117 supply, can he do anything here? This is a great kill on these SCVs, but it's only great if you can keep the game going. It is not so great if you lose absolutely everything. His spawning pool's gone, his baneling nest is gone. What does Fluttershy even have? He has an army, and that's about it. He's got 6 Ultras, 2 Infestors, and a Speedling. I think this is it. I think this is the death of Fluttershy. Where does he have any buildings that he can produce units from? Nowhere. Infestation Pit and Spawning Pool are going down again, and he is able to force this drop away. But that is so much damage done. Meanwhile, all this production for Lance is staying up. Fluttershy doing well to stay into this, now using his queens, and with the transfuses keeping his army alive as much as possible, but this drop is still floating about, and well, there's not a lot to stop him. If he snipes this lair, it's GG. Here comes the Speedling force to hold it off. There's no infestors here, unfortunately, but Lance, unable to react in time, is losing a lot of units there. He picks up, lifts off again, and away he goes. Oh, Fluttershy, you need to also do a drone transfer. You've got 34 supply of drones on that base, which is a big no-no. I just don't see a way back for Fluttershy. I'm going to be honest here. We've got Hive on the way and Spire on the way, but that's all they are. They're on the way. And we have huge forces from Lance pushing out. I mean, these are great engagements, and look at those Seeker missiles hitting. Oh my word. I mean, every time Fluttershy loses something, it's something he can't replace at this point. He's got all the bank in the world. And that's the one thing potentially going for him, is that Lance doesn't. Lance right now needs to focus on getting his economy back under him. In fact, he's got 11 SCVs. Wow, I know he lost a lot over here, but I hadn't realised quite how much he's now lost in terms of SCVs. I think Fluttershy can pull this back. All he has to do is survive now. And this is a large chunk of Widow Mines moving around. Great moves here by Awesome Gaming's Fluttershy to pull back against Lance. Because there was a point in this game where I really thought Lance had it, but Fluttershy just pulling out the clutch engagements. Staying in this game and now reteching. Ultralisk Caverns going down. Once these tech buildings are down, he can build a huge army again. A great army, which his opponent right now can't do. Look at this. There's almost no minerals here. I mean, he just doesn't have anything left. He's been using everything he has to continue to put the pressure on Fluttershy, and it's not been enough because of Fluttershy's much better engagements. It's very strange. Whoever seems to be the attacking player seems to be the one losing the most so far. Both players doing a lot better at defending aggression than they are at putting it on. And now leapfrogging Widow Mines like their tanks. But Ultra production has started again. Infestor production has started again. He's going to have an army. The supply count is growing. Lance's is static. He has no mineral income. He's got 2 mules at this base. He's dropping more. But there aren't any minerals at it. There's 465 minerals left in that base. There's maybe 1,500 there. That is not a lot of minerals. That's not even enough to really max supply off of. And now a huge engagement going down. Fluttershy with a great overwhelming force of numbers. Seeker missiles coming in. Boom! But they are not doing enough to the Ultras. The Widow Mines are also trying. The Ultras are tanking it though. The Queen's behind them more. And more Ultras coming in. Infestors coming in behind it. I'm thinking this is the GG point. Fluttershy with double the supply of his opponent. Fluttershy has pulled it back. Absolutely clutch play from him. He's going to sit in the middle of Widow Mines though, which is not the wisest of moves, one must say. Will it hit? No. Managed to just get away at the end there. And these Marines are being picked off. Lance is at 62 supply. He's got no mineral income. Lance is dead. Once again, let's take a quick look at the army count. He's got to do something with 14 Marines, 3 Marauders, and a Medevac, and 13 Widow Mines. Widow Mines are good. They're not that good. These Infestors, don't walk into them. Oh my God, Infestors! Do you know what you're doing? Now with the Overseer there, though, he can clean these out. And once these Widow Mines start dying, that has to be GG from Lance. He's got no way to replace anything he loses here. The supply count is falling. I mean, Fluttershy here could remax on Speedlings and he would be fine. There's so much is dead. And Lance is going to be unable to mine in the future. He still can't land up here. And now with the Queens and potentially Corruptors going after that, that is going to be the end of this. He's trying everything he can. Fair play to him. Another drop going down. Trying to snipe off the infestation pit. But it's not going to matter. It can be rebuilt. And Lance can't rebuild anything. This one Queen is doing its best to take down that command center. And wow, we've got mules long distance mining from one of Fluttershy's hatcheries. That's fantastic. A good stim here, trying to kill this hive, but sorry boys, you are very much dead. Fungal the medevac! Yep, fungal the medevac. Lance, what do you have? 6 Marines, 1 Marauder, a medevac and a Widow Mine. Well, best of luck to you, but there's a Spine Crawler here, a Spore Crawler for vision. This game is over! Even losing mules and SCVs trying a long distance mine. One does escape. Good on you, mule. Will you make it back to the command center before your time runs out, though? Truly the most challenging thing in this game now. Oh, yes, he absolutely will. Well done, mule. Loves laughing. Well played, well played. GG. What a great game there from Fluttershy. Huge, in fact, vast improvements coming out of his play since joining Awesome Gaming, and it's fantastic to see that happening. A crazy game, one of my favourite games I've managed to cast so far. For Sarcasm Gaming, thank you very much, Fluttershy, for sending me your replays. So guys, that's it for today, and that's the last replay I will have recorded on Wednesday, which means if there's nothing up tomorrow, I have not had any more replays sent to me by Saturday. Guys, get on it. voctorgaming@gmail.com. Send me your replays. I don't care if you're in Bronze, I don't care if you're in Grandmaster. All I care about is that you are playing StarCraft 2 and you are having fun. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll hopefully see you all again very soon.